Hello, welcome to Seed Creative Academy, the home of how-to. Today we're going to talk to Shaun Taylor from ID Creative. Shaun is a freelance graphic and web designer based here in Leicester. We're going to find out about his influences, how he broke into the industry, and we're also going to take a look at his portfolio. Enjoy the video.
My name is Shaun Taylor. I'm a multidisciplinary designer. Mouse, CMYK, Night, Print, Mac, Love, Illustrator, Mobile, Bauhaus. I do a lot of branding and logo design work. I also do a lot of web design and a little bit of coding, more front-end development. I enjoy most the branding aspect of everything and the graphic design aspect of everything. When I first started out, I was working a lot on print items, a lot on company corporate brochures and things like that. I guess with logo design actually, we've come from logos being needed to be used in black and white on a different printed media to them needing to be used on social media and different digital platforms. It's really about keeping yourself up to date and keeping that in mind when designing a logo and when doing the final outputs. As I grew a little bit and as I started to take on bigger projects, the requirement from the people I was meeting and my clients grew. So as well as delivering print design, it went on to branding strategy and logo design and things like that. And then as well as if you deliver a brand for someone, 9 times out of 10 they want a website on the side of that. So it sort of organically grew and just became sort of a full package thing where you have to consider every aspect of design, especially when delivering branding projects. I like to actually think I don't have a style. I don't have an in-house style because at the end of the day, when I'm designing for a client, I'm designing for the client's audience. I'm not designing for myself. Most projects could be different. There's not really a set style that I have or a set style that I adhere to, but I do like to keep things clean and simple and visually nice looking. I think the first one was coming through sort of GCSEs. I was doing my GCSEs at around, I think it's 15, 16, something like that, isn't it? I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but I always enjoyed drawing, and as geeky as it sounds, I always enjoyed drawing logos, just copying logos on textbooks and things like that. I spoke to my teacher when it was time to move on to A-levels and things like that. And she told me, okay, well, if you like doing that, graphic designers do that, and I'd never heard the term before. So it sort of opened up a door of, oh, okay, I can do that. I went from a stage of not really being sure what I wanted to do to thinking, oh, that's really cool, I want to do that. The first milestone was that at GCSE level, which led me to, it was an AVCE in art and design. And then that's the second one because it gave me this course gave me a taste of everything to do with design and creative things. It was from art, from graphic design, even textiles and making clothes and things like that. And then that further reaffirmed that I wanted to be a designer, a graphic designer, and I liked working with brands and things like that. Leaving that, I did a HND in graphic design, so that was more specialised. But the HND gave me a really good aspect of how to do it professionally and not just how to do it as a hobby. After that, I went into a job where I was the designer for a design agency that later got bought out by a company making me the in-house designer. And that was where I sort of learnt my craft doing a lot of corporate design and brochure design and really honed my skills and attention to detail and things like that. Pretty much the last milestone was sort of jumping into being a freelancer. So I've been doing that for 7 years now, I think it is. That's pretty much where I am today. Definitely 7 PM. College. Colour. Definitely books. Got to be Instagram. Vector. Cold. Functionality. think attention to detail is a big one. You've got to, overall, you've got to listen to the client, and you've got to listen to their audience and find out what they want, and you can't design for what you want, or in a sense, you can't design for what the client wants. You need to design for what the client's audience wants. With regard to practical things, I work on an iMac. I have a MacBook Pro for meetings and for taking around with me and for working at home. I work with Adobe CC, the Creative Cloud. There's not a lot of expense that goes into it. You pretty much need a decent computer, good software package, and like I said earlier, the most important things are your skills to listen, your skills to execute good quality work. Going through college and my HND and things like that, I did learn a lot about other agencies. I always get inspired by seeing their work, just looking at it and thinking, wow, you know, how it's affected people and how it's really helped sell their product. There's no real sort of one influence really. I think a lot of work just influenced me. I mean, there's the classics like Paul Rand, there's Paula Scher for Pentagram, who quite inspires me. I like looking at Pentagram's website and the work that they're delivering. The last brief I worked on was quite exciting. Well, it was exciting for me anyway. It was a sort of a branding project for a dentist over in America, in Indiana. And they got in touch with me directly from my posts on Instagram. So that was exciting to me to see that was working. And it was also exciting to work with an American client. Did some research for their customer base, and we came up with like a set of guidelines. It was really interesting for me, really exciting to do a full branding project and do what I want, and I think it came out quite well. It'd be easy for me to say that you sort of pick up a sixth sense when you've got a lot of experience on clients messing around, but I think things to look out for are uncertainty. If a client's sort of uncertain about why they want the job doing, it might sort of not work out. If you don't get on with the client, if from the initial meeting it seems like you have very different ideas, it could be the start of a long drawn out battle of clashing ideas and no one agreeing on things. So that's probably a toxic job from the start. I think one of the most important things is just to be clear about what you're delivering to the client and what the expectations are. Because often if you set those out at the start of the project, it's easy to refer to down the line if the client changes their mind, and then it's easy to say, okay, this is out of spec, we can do this, it's going to take extra time, etc., etc. I'd say just sort of put yourself out there and get to know good people. At the end of the day, you know, you want to work with nice, good, friendly people, and if you meet those in social situations and you end up picking up work from that, then that can be a great way to attract good clients. The one piece of advice that I've taken on board and I keep coming back to is simple one. I think it was Churchill that said it: don't ever give up. Well, I'm probably paraphrasing it at that stage. It just sort of sat right with me, because if you want to do something, if you want to be a freelance designer, or if you want to be self-employed, then just don't give up. You're going to get hard times, you're going to have months where you've got barely anything coming in, but you just need to keep on going through it. You just need to keep on plodding along.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that video and the interview with Shaun from ID Creative. If you like him and his work and you want to find out more, you can visit his website right here. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.